All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music, or trying to anyway, and doing it in real time for a handful of real human beings out there, just like you and just like me. So, the Scorpions are going to rock people like a hurricane in Vegas. Now, why? Why is this important? Well, a patron sent me this article the other day, and then I saw the post about it, and here's the headline here: Scorpions announce Las Vegas 2025 residency to celebrate 60th anniversary. Should rock bands have a 60th anniversary? I know the Stones did, right? Stones, 60 years of the Rolling Stones. Chicago, I think, is kind of on the verge too, pretty soon. Well, it's getting close, like late 60s, so they got a few more years, but the Scorpions apparently got together in like 1965. So they're officially older than I am, I think, or about the same age. Holy crap, Batman. So they were playing music when they were teenagers. Klaus, Klaus, the lead singer, not Klaus Schwab, Klaus Meine, he is 76 years old. So he was 16 or 17 when the Scorpions started. I thought they got going in like 1975. I knew they had 70s stuff. Um, did I own any music by the Scorpions? I think I had the Blackout album, and that was it. And I didn't hold on to any of their music. Do I think they're a good band? Yes. Do I think they should have retired years ago? Yes. Do they have a very deep catalog? No. I mean, they have a lot of music that they can play, but they don't have a lot of radio friendly music that they can play. And that's probably the fault of the industry more than the fault of this band, who they were pioneers. They definitely were. They influenced other bands like Europe and a whole slew of bands that came later. Um, you might even say they might be Rock and Roll Hall of Fame worthy, but they're definitely not the kind of music that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame likes. But here's why I've decided to talk about this, because they sing songs like Rock You Like a Hurricane, right? Isn't that like their biggest hit song? What is that song about? It's not about rocking. It's not about music, rocking you like a hurricane. Although some people probably think that, right? Oh, they're gonna rock the house, man. They're gonna play really loud and it's gonna be like a hurricane. No, no, I have a feeling that this is more bedroom oriented than, you know, stuff that happens on the concert stage. And pretty much anyone with a brain knows it's all innuendo. I mean, that's what they did in the 80s. Everything was, hey, you know, we're not going to say it exactly, but we're going to figure out how to say it without saying it. In some cases they actually said it. Later on in all the rap songs and stuff, they basically just say everything that they want to do to whoever. So I'm thinking 76 years old, and you're going to be talking about, um, rocking people like a hurricane. And then, love at first sting. What's that about? Is that a bee sting? No. This is creepy. It's gotten creepy for me. All right. Now, I don't know if anyone has changed along with me. I worry about my fellow travelers who have listened to great music their whole life, and their musical tastes are kind of stuck at age 14 or something. I don't know. I loved a lot of that music when I was 15, and a lot of that music I listened to was I don't want to brag or anything, but it was far more mature. And when I say that, I mean, I was listening to Billy Joel and the Eagles and Hall and Oates and a whole bunch of country rock sort of things that I got into, that whole California West Coast sound. Man, I could live on an island and just listen to that stuff and I would be content. But the Scorpions are here to tell you that they're going to again rock you like a hurricane, coming to the Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino early 2025. 60 years. Singer Klaus Meine said of the tour, "Come and celebrate us or celebrate with us and catch a rockin' good time. We're gonna sting ya." He said, "We're gonna sting ya." Yeah. So I guess this stuff doesn't make anyone feel creeped out, no matter what. I mean, there are enough people to say, yeah, man, I want to be rocked by Klaus like a hurricane. And Klaus isn't talking about the weather. I've got Hurricane Helene supposedly, coming my way, hopefully passing far to the west of where I am. So I don't want to be rocked by any hurricanes. I would like the hurricanes to go away. Love at First Sting. There's no one like you. Imagine the things that we'll do. I mean, I understand, folks, that a lot of this was innuendo. Maybe the 90s people did have a point. Not that their stuff replaced all of the innuendo and all of the sexual stuff that was happening in the 70s and 80s. It didn't replace it in the sense that it wasn't better. It was very depressing. The songwriter who doesn't have to do either one of those things is the winner, right? Somebody who can talk about something other than the obvious over here, where you're just thinking to yourself, are you ever going to grow up? Is Beavis and Butthead your thing forever? And then the other side of the equation is, man, can you be a little bit more optimistic and upbeat in a song? I mean, I'm really struggling, at least with the lyrics. Now, with the music, there's a lot of great music there with a band like the Scorpions and people who are similar. I mean, the band Europe, what was their biggest song? The Final Countdown. That isn't really that offensive, I don't think. I'll have to read into it more. See, guys don't process lyrics the way that women do. But in this case, I recognize that a 76 or 77-year-old man running around telling you that he's going to sting you and that he's still rocking you like a hurricane, that to me is just creepy. Some of these songs haven't aged well, and certain lyrics in these songs sung by guys in their 70s and in some cases maybe even their 80s, like Mick Jagger. Yeah, this is, I mean, pick your songs carefully. The problem for the Scorpions is that's their biggest song. So you're not going home until you hear Rock You Like a Hurricane. Anyway, the upcoming residency will mark the Scorpions' third stint in Vegas in 4 years. So it's basically Wayne Newton and then the Scorpions, across the street from one another. See, Wayne Newton, he can get away with singing about almost anything in Vegas. He's been there for so long. But anyway, people aren't going to be blushing or feeling awkward or like they want to crawl under a chair at a Wayne Newton show. And I'm not saying you should go see Wayne, although, I'm sure he'll be there for the next 10 years. God love him. I think he's in his 80s. So he's actually older than Klaus. Anyway, there's no word yet on what songs the Scorpions will perform during their upcoming residency, but they have plenty of opinions from their 19, or options, I should say, from their 19 album collection. Tickets go on sale Saturday, so get your tickets. Scorpions Rock Zone Fan Club. They're the ones that get exclusive first access to tickets. So yeah, everyone is really excited about Scorpions going to Vegas with special guests Buck Cherry. Yeah, I've kind of just grown out of it, folks. I'm sorry. I liked it then. It wasn't my favorite thing. Now it feels creepy to me. But anyway, folks, before I go, I wanted to give this a plug. The album Rendezvous. This is Oz Peterson's band. Oz Haw is his middle name. This is always a struggle for me. Hawe. Last name Peterson. And this is a really great album. It came out earlier this year. If you like Toto and Starship and Foreigner and stuff like that. But it's got its own vibe, right? And you should check it out if you want to listen to some new material. And I don't think there's a lot of weird, uncomfortable innuendo on this. There's just, I don't know, folks. I don't know. It's just me, right? Everybody is celebrating 60 years of rocking you like a hurricane. And Of course, that song hasn't been around that long, but the Scorpions have. At some point, some of these bands need to say, you know what? But they're making tons of money. That's what it is. They won't quit until they can't make money anymore or until they keel over, whichever, happens first. All right. Thanks for watching. God bless everyone. Jesus is the only way, folks. And I think, as time goes on, I'm less and less interested in this kind of music. I'm being convicted, and I'm just not into promoting it like I used to. I prefer to make fun of it because at this point, if you're not making fun of it just a little bit, even if you like it, if you're not a little embarrassed by some of the stuff that you used to like to hear, I don't know. I guess it's still okay. I'm not judging, but I'm kind of judging.